So let me take sample of you guys here. Yeah? Now let me hear you guys. Which one? What do you support? What if both boys enter this so they can capture very well?
It depends.
Now we have to see. I won't tell Daddy. I won't tell you something. I don't want me to hear. I won't tell Mommy. Mommy, I don't want Daddy to hear. So what's your take? Should Mommy tell Daddy? You say Mommy should tell Daddy. Say so they can.
Okay, now it depends on the case at hand.
Okay.
Because there are some things that both parents should know.
Yeah. Go ahead.
There are some things that both parents should know.
Okay.
So if my child tells me and say don't tell Daddy, I'm going to our spouse and we know ourselves. We talk, and this child involved is both of us. So I will also learn how to talk to Daddy about his case and make sure Daddy pretends like he doesn't know anything about it, so that in his own way
you will make sure.
That can happen.
Okay.
It depends on
Okay, you say it's risky.
Yeah,
Hold on. You say it's risky.
It's
What do you
risky.
mean? Yes, take it up from there.
Because
What do you say? Please stand up so that we can follow you. Yes. What do you say?
it's not everything a teenager tells one of the parents that the parent should link up to the other.
Okay.
Like, I will use my own case as examples.
Okay.
It's not everything. I know my husband very well. It's not everything he can
Depends on
absorb
the
and
exactly.
keep
Okay,
quiet.
Doc, you are saying it depends on the spouse.
It depends on the person.
Okay, so the other spouse may not be the type that she can ensure. Right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
But
Okay,
if
go
it's
on,
a type that you can ensure, what happens?
Then,
Okay, yes. Let her use her own. Go on.
right. So there are cases that I have to handle. There are some I have to handle to a certain level when it's a little bit mild. Then I tell him, and I will tell him this is how we've gone about it. So you don't need to panic anymore. You just hear sigh of relief, and you know that one is resolved. But at that heat moment, as a teenager is running to come and tell you, you don't try to tackle it as the trusted parent that
So
he
what
or
do
she
you
is
think
confiding in.
What do you think may make a teenager say, I want to tell Mommy this. Please don't tell Daddy. What do you think may make? Yes, Doc. What do you think?
The teenagers also they work on our side.
Okay.
They work
Okay.
on
Now they
our
are going
side.
to a different perspective now.
Yes.
They work
They
on our
know
side.
their parent.
Okay.
They know what a particular parent can absorb.
Their reactions.
Yes, they
Oh,
know
reactions.
the ones they can
Over time.
handle.
Okay. Reactions over time.
Yes. So if they will sit back and analyze this kind of thing. If I tell Daddy, this is the response I hope to get. But if I tell Mommy, this is what this will certainly be the feedback. So when they analyze and weigh the both parents, they now resolve for who they will tell, either Mommy or Daddy, and they go.
So is there any reason why a teenager may act like this?
Past
Okay.
experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doc, come back to you.
Past
Yes.
experience can cause that. Then sometimes maybe the parents misunderstood
Actually,
them.
can you come this way so that we can take
Maybe the
this?
parents misunderstood them when they brought similar cases to them, or that particular parent. So they might see that, okay, this person might be on the understanding side. So let me take it to this person and see how I can manage it. Even if my parents is going to hear, let me get this person's opinion. Let me see how he will handle it. Because I know that he will handle it maturely, and at the end, I will be safe. Because most times they go to a safer side. They don't go to a place where, you know, they will
Backfire.
be ahead. The thing will backfire on them. So sometimes that is why a teenager will select or look for somebody. It happens even among uncles. It's not even the parents.
Okay, apart from the home, it also happens in the
churches.
schools, in the churches.
Oh,
They
sure.
look for
And
soft
I think we
landing.
need to do a sampling.
Yes.
There are some that don't even trust any of the parents. They can't tell.
Oh,
both
some
of them.
don't even trust the
They
parents.
can't tell any of the parents they are.
This is my view. This is my response. Children growing up. Look how small this child is. He's 2 years plus.
Okay.
He knows mommy's reaction. He knows daddy's reaction for any activity. As small as he is, he's not even yet this thing. But over time, he has observed that if I do this, daddy will respond like this. He can be explosive. It's unpredictable, and you will not know what he's going to do. You will not know when he will give the knock will descend or a slap will hit. You're not expecting it. The thing just suddenly comes. So
Okay.
there is no talk time before daddy reacts. Once he hears this thing happens, he's staying at a distance. Yeah, as he's growing up, he has known over time daddy's response. If that does not happen in his front or her front, maybe he was a good child, nice child, so that needs to happen to him or her. But he has seen how daddy reacted to other people. Or he had heard how daddy reacted to another story of another family. And say, if I was the one, this. So he knows that daddy, if he hears that I have done this, I am dead. In fact, some teenagers will say, I am dead. so that in fact we have had teenagers come to us sometimes, and that's why I say confidentiality. You keep their confidence, let it not go out. If it goes out, that's why teenagers will basically not want to come to see for instance, what we call health-seeking behavior is poor with teenagers. Because they can't confine you. I don't know you, I don't know. Look at how the nurses shout at people. And this is the kind of person I want
to go and talk to.
Oh, okay, go and ask first. Go and ask about condom. Or go and ask about, hey, see the reaction from the health worker. Then you know that they will never come. They will never come. So they have to. That's a
medical doctor talking now.
Yes, they have to hold your confidence. And so over time, if they have seen your reaction or how you react, if that case presents in they will know that no. But they've heard mommy discussing about that same thing, and mommy will say, no, we have to handle. Aha! Between daddy and mommy, if something happens like this, in fact, some of them will come and say, I have a friend. They will not even tell you that this has happened to me. They say, I have a friend who, they are testing. That's what they are doing. They are testing the waters. Daddy, I have a friend who, hey! You react first, and you never hear from them again. So that's the issue. And then if something happens, forget it. You are not going to hear that information. You will hear it from third party. You not hear it from yourself.
So that being the case, Uncle K, and let's go to Auntie Julie. So what do you wait? But is it possible that the teenager may also? Is it likely that the teenager is just trying to play the smart one? That is, don't tell daddy, not because it's anything special. Then he goes to mommy, don't tell daddy, he goes to daddy, don't tell mommy, and just trying to play the smart one with them and make it look like you are the special one. Meanwhile, in my heart,
I know.
both of you. Are there likelihoods like that? Or you think it's a matter of trust?
I think it goes both ways.
Okay, louder so that we can pick you.
Okay, so I think it goes both ways. It can be a matter of trust with let's say teenagers that are not your biological children and teenagers that are your biological children.
Now she has got a new, that's another perspective. We'll talk about it. Yes, go on.
So it can be a matter of trust. If I tell them, if I confide in, just like Uncle said, if I confide in this woman, or if I confide in my mother, I don't know her reaction. I don't know how she's going to feel. Somebody came to my shop today and we were talking, and he said he had an F9 in a 3 credit load. So I told him, I said, have you told his parents? She said, no, God forbid. He cannot tell his parents. I said, well, you told me you have an F9 in a 3 credit load. So we spoke and I encouraged him to tell his friends, and he said he won't tell them. So the reaction, and also knowing that you felt their hand, knowing that they will be troubled and emotionally destabilized. That's his reason. He said, if I tell them they've spent a lot on school fees and getting to know I had this. So knowing that maybe my mom has BP issues, why would they would prefer not to tell her so that it doesn't get worse. And they know that, okay, daddy is a little bit emotionally stable. We can have our way. And then, just like he said, it could also be an issue of trying to play on your intelligence. Like even little children do it. The small ones that you are seeing them here. Let me use Eliora's example. Eliora's birthday was on Sunday. I took them to CMG. I said, no juice. We are trying to watch our weight. know this, know that. We all agreed. They did not fight. They were not angry. We bought the things, and then when their dad came, they took their dad back to the same place. In fact, they said the person that attended to us was telling them welcome back, and all the things I said they should not buy, they bought all of them times 2. They even came back with a packet of sweet, like a pack of sweets. Yes. And then they came with candy, and those things are quite expensive. In fact, I even told them there that time, we can't afford this thing. Let's just go with so. And they acted so that.
And they went with daddy.
And then when my husband came,
Why would they tell
did,
the secret?
and when they came back home, I couldn't say anything because I was like, in my mind, I was like, this is the same thing I said we are not getting. And they went, so sometimes they play on your intelligence. They know that daddy is the one that would see because he's always said anything for my girl. So they know that he won't say no. But for me, you know,
All right.
Because
Well,
when it comes to things like ice cream, they know who to go and meet.
they know to like me, they will not. Like today, after school, they know that I won't buy ice cream for them. When they ask for ice cream, we always say, Mommy will buy orange on the way. She knows that me. Yes. And on the way through, in fact, when I came reach this place, she just say, a customer, 200 naira orange. They know that I always buy them. That one used to go us around 2-2 before we reach
but
home. Daddy will buy ice cream. So when daddy picks them, they are coming back. I see ice cream on
so
their
in this case, who should the children talk to more?
they will definitely go to
It
daddy.
depends too.
It
It depends.
So is it possible disciplinarian, yet the teenagers love him or love her and they want to still confide in that person? Is it possible?
It's very possible.
Okay.
The reason being that you might be a very hard disciplinarian,
Yeah.
but you have understanding of teenagers,
Okay.
and you can easily understand their languages.
Okay.
And while they are speaking, you can pick from the content of what they are saying, getting meaning easily.
Okay.
And so there are times that when they may think, "Guy, this one will make mommy or daddy react like this," they discover you are calm, explaining something why this happened. This is it, and this is the way it should have been. You know, with that understanding, so you discover that there is calmness, and then they can always come. And outside that, they also know that you don't take them out.
All right, guys. You know what? In the year 2024, that many parents don't know about these teenagers. Some are confused about them. We call them different names. We have all manner of assumptions of teenagers, and that's one of the major problems we have in the society. Because the parents at home don't know teenagers. They don't understand the peculiarity with teenagers. The fact that your teenager is behaving a particular way, that's why he's a teenager. Right? The fact that sometimes they want to get into their rooms and lock their doors, and they don't want to come in. They don't want to open their wardrobe. Sometimes there's nothing really special there. They just want to feel like, I'm an adult. Let me have my privacy. It's the characteristics of teenagers. So we're coming to your homes, we're coming to your space to tell you about teenagers. Just keep in touch with TFI and be rest assured that Know Your Teenager campaign is a campaign that we will not sleep until parents in Benue State and in Nigeria understand the peculiarity of teenagers and work with them in light of their peculiarity. And indeed, today, society and social media has made the teen age even more unique, more special, more complicated, I should call it, even for the teenagers themselves. Because, I mean, in your church, everywhere you go, you are seeing things. If you stay in your own home, friends of your auntie or friends, from school, will come to your own father's house and tell you things that you will be. Some of us got to know after NYSC. But teenagers, even children of 8, 9 today, have certain informations. They use mommy's phones and they are on YouTube. They use daddy's phone and they are on YouTube. And this YouTube has so much information, and that's why getting to know your teenagers is a project, is a campaign, It's a lecture you don't want to miss. So stay tuned with TFI. We'll be back shortly. All right.